Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, I am TFBgamer, Mighty Clegg.
And I am Saint Wayne 1.
And together we make up two bored fat bastards stood around doing nothing.
That is very true.
And welcome to another one of our wonderful weekly waffles. Or is it a weekly waffle or a monthly waffle or a... waffle.
Whatever the hell we feel like it, to be perfectly honest, waffle.
I really could do with some waffles right now with ice cream.
Didn't we have this conversation last time round?
Probably not. Well, where I am, I sat here in between working shifts, playing games. And the game I've been playing recently has got to be XCOM. Enemy Unknown.
Same as last week then.
No, I've been playing it a lot more now. I've finally decided that although the game is fantastic, I want to try out the cheats on it. Also, always good. Definitely always good. Also, we'll be trying out Ravaged, and you put me onto a good little game called War of the Roses.
Yes, I did. We finally got into play War of the Roses, and we, like I said, picked up another indie game as well, also called Ravaged, and it's quite an interesting game. It's just there's not a lot of people playing it at the moment, which is unfortunate.
No, there's not a lot of people playing with it. I would quite actually say Ravage is a very good game. Reminds me very much of Capture the Flag style Halo in Blood Gulch.
Yeah, it really does. I think it's 8 maps at the moment with that game, if I remember correctly.
Well, I only played the one, and it wasn't too bad. 5 choices of class: Scout, Sniper,
heavy, basically.
Heavy weapons, Weapon Specialist, I believe it was called. I've never actually played the other two. One was a machine gunner, I believe, and one was a support class.
Yeah, I've never bothered to be honest with them, because it seems like the most useful one on there is the guy with the missile launcher, because the amount of vehicles that come flying at you.
Well, it's a good game. The only thing I had problems with was because I was using fraps at the time, my frame rate was absolutely cack.
Yes, it was. Fraps. Oh dear God, how do I hate thee.
Oh dear God, how I hate thee. You have to excuse everybody out there. Saint Wayne is very tired. He has been asleep on the settee, asleep on his chair, asleep up his own ass. But that's beside the point. What we're trying to tell you is play Ravaged. It's a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got any footage that we'll be seeing at a later date, but what we did have was very boring because there was only about 8 people on the server, and it was very, very, very slow. Everybody was in cars, and they were doing the objectives.
Yeah, which meant the game actually was pretty quick. It's just unfortunately you didn't see a lot because you didn't bump into people because they were just flying past in cars.
And that was pretty much it, yeah. So anyway, we've not been doing much else really, have we? Games, sleep, work.
Pretty much, unfortunately. I've spent a bit of time with War of the Roses before the patch came out, but not a lot. And I did damn sight more better than you did today anyway on it.
I told you, mate, I'm not impressed with the melee system at all. I like the arrow system. Not a fan of. No. I like the arrow system. I didn't like the crossbow system.
Which is why I said archery.
No, the archery covers both things.
I consider it separate because bow and arrow is proper archery.
Bow and arrow, a crossbow is a bow and arrow with a spring.
Yeah, but it's still a crossbow.
No, it's not, dude. Archery, it's all the same. I like the archer. I like the arrow mechanics because your quiver never runs out. It slowly refills as you play.
Well, it can run out.
It can run out if you're really quick with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
The bow and arrow is not bad. The crossbow again, don't like the reload time, and I don't like the mechanic with the crossbow.
No, but I use it because the amount of people online who run around in full plate armour, you need the extra punch.
Well, that's understandable.
The bow and arrow, if you're using a lower powered bow, which you've got to begin with, because no way in heck you're going to be able to afford the bigger bow straight away, because it's all based on like a Black Ops style of system where here's some money when you win. Use that to buy your weapons.
Fair enough. So, other than that, any games you've been looking at recently, other than those 2 or 3? Come on, you are the man in the know. You are the indie Steam guru, as it were.
Not a lot that's coming out anytime soon, sort of thing that I've been looking at, to be perfectly honest. The next game we're actually really looking forward to is the new Black Ops.
Oh, you see, that's where you and me differ. I am going to be playing Halo 4. I am enjoying Forward Unto Dawn, and I can't wait for the last episode next week.
Now, the new Halo doesn't really interest me after it. It's only because, though, I think that it's a new studio doing it now, and it's more of a case of it doesn't look anywhere near as good. Then again, the last one didn't interest me that much either.
Well, you weren't a fan of Reach, but it wasn't the last Halo. The last Halo was the CE redone, which was done by 343 Studios, and they did really good in that. So you've got to admit, Halo 4 is looking really good.
No, I don't like the look of it, to be perfectly honest with you. But then again, it's because they're bringing over stuff from Reach is my biggest gripe with it.
The class system, basically.
Well, mainly for online play, it's like it doesn't feel like Halo anymore. It feels like any other generic shooter at that point.
Well, to be honest, Halo is a generic shooter in that respect. I understand where you're coming from. Now, the new Black Ops, the only reason you're betting that is because zombies. Let's be perfectly honest.
No, not just that, but that is a big part of it, to be perfectly honest. But they've changed a lot for the multiplayer side of things. They are changing a hell of a lot of the multiplayer
How
side
can you
systems.
sit there and lie to me with that porn tash?
I'm not lying to you.
You actually told me yourself the only reason you're getting Black Ops is because
That's
of
the main
zombies.
reason, yeah.
It's the only reason, because that's all you'll ever play. The single player campaign will never get done.
Oh, no way in hell I'll get that.
And your multiplayer online will pretty much gather dust. You will just play zombies.
I have to admit though, the most played multiplayer I've had in all of Call of Duty so far, except the original Modern Warfare, has been Black Ops.
Yeah, Black Ops was good. I enjoyed Black Ops. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Modern Warfare. In fact, I've enjoyed all of them. The only one I had really serious problems with was World at War. And
it was horrible.
Let's say the less said about that, the better, to be perfectly honest. But that was a Treyarch game.
Yes, it was. But the one I really didn't like the most was actually Modern Warfare 3.
No, I didn't have a problem with that, but I found that you needed to have at least played the first two for that.
Well, to understand what half the stuff is, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But not just that, that's the one which I found I had the most lag on when I was playing a game. I don't know why.
Well, let's be honest, your internet connection...
But it was fine with Black Ops, and it's fine with Modern Warfare 2 and the original Modern Warfare.
As you so nicely cut me up, your internet connection makes 56k modem dial-up look like broadband 15 megasecond.
Sometimes,
let's be perfectly honest. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I know you're playing wireless, and I know your mum doesn't allow you near the router. The joys of living at home.
Yeah.
Don't live at home, folks,
No.
because the router has got about as much access as a hillbilly sister.
Fair enough, yeah, that's a good description, I suppose.
It is. Let's be fair, that I honestly think your router's being throttled, and I think because of the firewall on the router.
I think it's Sky throttling it, to be perfectly honest.
What it is, and I've actually looked this up. What it is, you know, you can't access the router because she won't let you the password. I bet you if you went on there and put the exception in for your Xbox, it'll just go ding.
Yeah, but it's not just the Xbox that has the problem.
Yeah, no, but that's what it is, because I've had it on my router. I had to access my router and tell the inbuilt router's firewall that I'm allowed to do this because I own it. And then, oh yeah, okay. And then bang, 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 done.
It's not just that, though. I have found out in the past that Sky do kind of throttle it for gamers. They always pretty much freaking have done, to be perfectly honest. A lot of companies do it.
Yeah.
They're not meant to, but they do it.
BT don't.
I have had BT do it in the past to certain people, but yeah.
Yeah, BT don't to me, because I got on the phone to when I found out I was being throttled, and I swore at them down the line. I said, I'm paying you all this money, give me my internet. And they went, I said, I play games online. I got it, and you were told when I got it I played games online.
That's why you're being throttled, you know that, don't you? Because you told me you were playing games.
No, it wasn't. I told them when I first got it, I said, I play games online. Are you going to throttle me? No, we do not. Fantastic. And when they did, I phoned up and said, I had a verbal review. They said you wouldn't. And they took the throttle straight off because they have to do it.
Yes, they do have to do it, you're quite correct. But the problem is, you told them initially that you were gaming, so the first thing they're going to do...
No.
They all do
But
it.
the first thing they do is, because if you know, they ask you, they tell you when you actually get internet now, you can download this, and this. And that's what they look for. They look for download traffic. And if you're downloading, 500 million megasecond, just because you can't wait to go to the cinema to see the latest piece of crap that Hollywood has shit out and shined up real nice and gold plated.
Pretty much.
You know, you are going to think it. And that's what they do. They also have a load of thingy sites, alert sites. So if you go on certain sites, it'll go bing, 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 and it lights up on the server. They're not supposed to do it, but they do it.
Yeah, YouTube is one of them actually, so is Twitch.
Honestly, I have no clue about Twitch, but Justin TV is the one, because Justin TV is the sister of Twitch. Well, is the Twitch's older, more experienced gay brother.
Pretty much, it's basically Justin TV, except it's for everything else but gaming.
Yeah, I've got to be honest.
Gaming's got its own section because that's probably what's pulling in the most money from at the moment.
Well, they had to do it, didn't they? Let's be fair.
It's because the esports scene, that which on there has actually done a lot of good for it, to be perfectly honest.
I'm not a fan of
Look at the amount of people who watch the LoL and friggin' Dota finals.
Again, LoL and Dota. Now, don't get me wrong, I can understand the gameplay. I just can't see why It's if you think about it, it's a top-down view of Call of Duty.
It's a horrible thing to be an esport, but it is an esport because a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the people that like it, I'm just knocking the game itself.
I'm knocking the entire game itself for esport.
I mean, let's be honest, Dota is called Defense of the Ancients. It's based on Warcraft 3, a good standalone game on its own, but, you know, why pick just one bit and play that constantly? I don't understand these things nowadays.
No, I don't. I can understand StarCraft being an esport because that you have a concept of when someone's winning, whereas on something like LoL and Dota, it's a very, very subtle thing at times.
Exactly. I also don't like the fact that you have to build and create and just spawn troops around you, to be perfectly honest.
I don't like the buying mechanic when you die and you go back to the store and such. That gets on my nerves, to be perfectly honest.
Well, there you go. That's a LoL one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is on LoL. I'm not sure about Dota 2, to be perfectly honest, on that one. But I think it's probably in there as well, because they've all got a store mechanic of some sort, where you get your items in-game, and you do your levels in-game, and power up your character in-game.
Fair enough. Also, got to mention here today, City of Steam should be coming beta soon, I believe.
Yeah, that is meant to be coming up in the next about month or two, City of Steam beta. And if you have a look back at our older stuff, we've actually got a lot of alpha footage from that.
Yes.
And if I get time, I'll probably put some of that footage in the background of this for you, just to show you what the heck that is, because we haven't talked about that in quite a while.
No, guys, check out City of Steam. It is a fantastic game, and for a browser-based MMO, it's not bad, and it's also free to play. Always a bonus to know nowadays. Free to play games for the win. And
it actually runs better than a lot of non-browser based ones, proper client based games.
Well, when I was first playing, I mean, I had a bit of a problem with my graphical setup, but that was only because it was an old card. But I highly recommend City of Steam as a game for the ages.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good. The soundtrack for the game itself is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I believe we had Kickstart into that, didn't we? We had Alpha.
We didn't kickstart it, but we did put money towards it for the developers anyway, because we decided we want to support this style of game because it's looking really good. The art style in it is amazing.
Fair enough.
And the actual music for it is brilliant.
Oh yeah, I love the music. Anyway, guys, if you've actually played anything like EverQuest or anything along those lines, Steam game, City of Steam games, fuck me. Yeah. Well, Valve actually does on a regular basis. Prime example, I was trying to play XCOM. Yes, we are Valve. Yes, we see you're playing a game, very graphically powered. Allow us to download shit in the background. Like, yeah, cheers, mate. Loads, Valve. Oh, swear words.
Slowing down my time machine while I'm trying to play a game.
Yes.
On your own system, you should know I'm playing a game.
I'm playing a game. Why do you have to do this in the background? I hate you. I hate you all.
So what was your experience like anyway in War of the Roses?
Oh, like I said, don't like the melee combat system. It's good, but it's not fantastic. And the longbow or the non-crossbow mechanics are good. Again, it's one of those games I will never play again. Don't get me wrong, we've got plenty of footage in them, which we've got an hour's worth of footage there for you to play, which is basically tutorials, but it is fun. Just watching me get dropped by archers who don't even exist.
Well, they do exist, you just can't see them.
Yeah, and my glitchy archers who just wouldn't let me continue the game at the start.
That was actually kind of funny.
Well, I had to go and kill one of my own men because he was glitched into the wall and he was dropping all the spawns so I couldn't progress. Yeah. What a swinehund.
Yes, swinehund, yes.
Swinehund.
And you got to beat the snot out of Lancastrians.
Yes. Well, War of the Roses, guys, so in case you don't know, if A, you're not from Britain, or B, you are from Britain, you don't care about history, or C, you just don't care about history in general, it's between two houses in Great Britain from the 18th century. It's, well, I say 18th century, I hope it's 18th century, I probably got that wrong. It's the House of Lancaster and the House of York. They both decided that the winner of this would then get to, I don't know, play patty cake or baker's dozen or whatever it is they did back then with the king. And so it was then the start of a war. A great British history thing. You know, I don't know that much about it. I don't know how to say it. I know everything. Yes.
It was literally, you did explain it quite well last time we did it on one of our other commentaries, is a bunch of English counties beating the snot out of each other.
Yeah, but it's not though. It's two English counties. It's basically the House of Lancaster, which is from Somerset. and the House of York, which is from Yorkshire. And it was just a case of, well, we don't like you, we think you're some
By gum.
No, yeah, southern shite, shandy drinking poofter. Yes.
By gum, what a saying that is.
By gum, what a saying that is. Watch out, I'm going to ecky thump you. Right, guys, look.
You're going to ecky thump me?
Do you know what ecky thump is?
Yes, you're going to hit me over the head with a black pudding.
Yes, I am. That black pudding will be carried by my good friend, Big John, who is black, 6 foot tall, and carries a large black pudding.
Dour sayings will not get me again. I do know what ecky thump is.
I don't think you do.
Unfortunately, I've
You think I'm going to hit you? You think I'm going to get somebody to hit you around the head with a large pig's blood based pudding?
Yes.
I am in fact going to get a big, large black man to teabag you, thus giving you black of the pudding in your face.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Right. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to head off because I'm drinking quite a fair bit of beer. So today's podcast / YouTube thing / livecast / I don't know where I'm talking bollocks down the mic. You know, you look at the mic, it looks like a giant penis. That's why it's more on your side and not mine.
And it also could bought the mic.
Yeah. Well, tonight's broadcast as sponsored by the great place of Copperberg Pear Cider.
Well, not really sponsored by, but it's fueled by them.
Not sponsored by me. And Oasis. Remember, guys, if you can't drink it, it's not worth drinking. Look, I'm going, and this is Mighty Clegg from TFBgamers heading off. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like the video. So, goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Thank you very much for listening. Bye now.